Hi, Michelleoddo here with the Oddo Group at Leader One Financial, and every month we do a charity of the month, and this month we're so excited because we were able to donate to Sleep in Heavenly Peace. We have Jim here with us from Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the organization, what they do, how they do it, and why they do it. So thanks so much for being here today, Jim.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for the support this month. So Jim Freeman with Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Very simply, our mission is to make sure that no kid sleeps on the floor in our town. It sounds really simple, and actually it is. We hand build bunk beds for kids who currently do not have a place of their own to sleep. Everybody knows that having a warm, safe place to sleep at night is foundational to having a safe place at home and a healthy life. And so we take the mission very seriously. We raise the funds, build the beds, deliver the beds, and meet the kids directly that we help.
Well, so you do the whole thing.
It's full cycle.
Yeah. So how, if somebody wants to get involved with that organization or help you, like with us, we didn't build and we didn't deliver, although we want to do that in the future. We just donated some money to help pay for a bed, and I believe each bunk bed's $400. Is that right?
It is.
So we were able to contribute to 4 this month. But how else can people get involved in addition to donating money?
And obviously, it starts with the money because we buy all of the materials. So we partner with Lowe's as a national partner, and they provide us, great rates on lumber and materials and tools. But then we also do bedding drives, so people can donate bedding, sheets, blankets, pillows, comforters, bed sets. Again, twin-size beds, so fairly standard size. And then we have people that come out and help us build. So you saw a build last weekend, or New Year's Eve day, actually. It wasn't even on the weekend. But we actually get a group of volunteers together, and we lead them through the process of how to build beds. So we put up an assembly line, and we start with a pile of lumber, and we finish with bed parts. And then, of course, the final way is to go out and actually deliver beds. It's not that common anymore where you get to see the people that you're actually helping. And so we evaluate, we get applications literally every day in the Denver metro area. We estimate that there's roughly between 60 and 90,000 kids who
Hard
do
to
not have
believe.
their very own bed.
In the Denver metro area.
But in an area of 3 or 4 million people, right?
Yeah.
It really is amazing how many people need beds. And so we really, that's the big question is, what's the current sleeping situation? How can we help? And we donate the beds directly to the children. It's not to the parents, it's not to the families, it's right to the kids themselves.
So when you're determining if a family should be able to be a recipient of a bed, you're mainly, what are your criteria? Just that they don't have a bed?
Don't have a bed.
Yeah.
In need of a bed, and there's all kinds of reasons. The number one reason that we see is people who are transitioning from homeless to now homed in some way, whether that's in government housing or private housing. But that's really the number one transition point for us, is that people who are trying to get into a better situation, but obviously are struggling just to afford shelter, and they really don't have the money for furniture.
Right. Yeah, and as a lender, obviously we help people get into homes. Homes are near and dear to our heart, and we see how a home can change a life. But then to think that maybe a kid wouldn't even have a bed in that home, that's such a special thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to be a part of it this month, and it's so cool that you are doing this. How did you get involved in this?
So I actually, through my day job, this is my avocation rather than what I do for a living, but I met a customer who was doing a build in their parking lot as a team building event.
Okay.
And of course asked a lot of questions, and I'm sort of, fun. I like construction and
you like kids because you were a coach, right?
Yeah, I was a coach for a long time for kids sports when my kids were playing and even after.
Yeah.
And so it was great to be able to see something so easy to understand. We build beds for kids who are sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
And so just one thing led to another. I came home, I looked up Denver, thought, well, sure, I'll just get involved with the Denver chapter. And there was no one in Denver.
Wow.
And so this is now 3 years ago.
Okay. So you started the Denver chapter.
So I started the Denver chapter. Back then there were 25 or 30 chapters nationwide. Now there are over 250.
Amazing.
So we're in almost every major city, and now we're in several foreign countries. So Bermuda, Bahamas, Canada, America. So
amazing.
Yeah.
So the way that you get volunteers obviously is through word of mouth and social media, and so events like you did and us getting involved and then being able to get you on different social channels is great. If you guys are interested in helping in any way, they can always use money, volunteers. You don't have to know how to build a bed. bed.
Nope.
You're going to teach them,
We'll show
right?
you everything you need to know.
I saw a lot of women out there and men
A
that
lot.
probably didn't know what they were doing, but by the end of the day, they
We can even teach Tim.
yeah, and if we can teach Tim Oddo, you can teach anybody. No, just kidding. Tim, we're just teasing. But anyway, yeah, please get in touch with us. We'll also have Jim's information with Sleep in Heavenly Peace on our post here below. And we're just so excited. Thank you so much for what you do. And we're
Thank you.
excited to get to do a delivery and a build. And we'll post more on that when that happens. And again, just thanks for what you do. We really
Very
appreciate
good.
it.
We
Yeah.
appreciate your support.
Oh, thanks.